Breath of the Wild is just ridiculous. Despite it falling short in some areas in my opinion, like dungeon and enemy variety, the game is still packed with so much content. Secrets, Easter eggs, and other brilliant little details. I've been covering obscure facts about other Zelda games recently, so why not have a look through some secrets and details in Breath of the Wild that you might not know about. Let me know in the comments how many of these you knew about before the video. Subscribe if you haven't already for more Zelda content, and let's get into it. Building Tarrytown and finding its residents is one of my favourite side quests in Breath of the Wild. The new settlement is built on a rocky outcrop in South Akkala by Bolson Construction, a company from Hateno that only hires people whose name ends in Sun. The group is made up of the leader, Bolson, and the carpenters Hudson and Carson. Their outfits and hairstyles resemble the classic carpenters, with Bolson resembling the leader Muto. In fact, concept art shows that they considered making this resemblance even clearer before they opted for a more slender design for Bolson. The fact that Hudson marries a Gerudo could itself be a nod to how the carpenters tried to join the Gerudo in Ocarina of Time, and the heart-shaped designs on the doors of their buildings could be a callback to the houses in A Link to the Past's Kakariko Village. Even the fact that their names all end in Sun is likely referencing Ocarina of Time, where the carpenters' names all end in Ro, the Japanese equivalent of the Sun suffix. When it's your first time adventuring through Hyrule, actually finding shrines is often a bigger challenge than solving them. Some shrines, like Maka Ra, are really well hidden in the overworld, and took me ages of working out just what my Sheikah sensor was beeping at the first time around. There's a little trick you can use to find some of the game's overworld shrines. A tip reads, if you see a flock of birds gathering in the sky, try searching the area beneath them. And sure enough, flocks of birds will circle above some shrines, making them easy to spot from a distance. It's something I never noticed until it was pointed out to me, and it's just another example of the attention to detail that went into developing this game. A strange detail that's always stood out to me is the loading screen tip which reads, "Pools of Malice, poisonous bogs formed by water that was sullied during the Great Calamity. Coming into contact with one will hurt you." Because that doesn't really make sense. Malice seems to be the energy of Ganon. The blights, the calamity, and Dark Beast Ganon itself are all made from it. There are bottomless bogs in Hyrule, but they're not pools of malice. This tip is the only mention of water corrupted during the calamity becoming this evil goo. However, this tip does make sense. It's just most likely referring to something that didn't make it into the final version of the game. Unused poison water exists in the game's files. You can't use Cryonis on this water and it'll damage Link and some enemies while they're in contact with it. The water is an ominous purple colour, the same as Ganon's Malice, so this is probably what the tip means by water sullied during the calamity, now pools of malice. Shield surfing is one of the best things in Breath of the Wild. You jump, press L to pull out your shield, then press A to flip onto it and use it to sledge down hills. You can spin with Y, but there's another technique that the game doesn't really tell you. By holding R, you can turn sharply. This makes shield surfing so much better, and I had no idea about it. There's a Goron miner at the Death Mountain Southern Mine who hums as he works. I spent ages trying to work out if this was a recognisable Zelda song from a past game, but he's actually humming another tune from Breath of the Wild, the music from the abandoned North Mine not far from Goron City. It's a tiny detail, but I love it. The game's Amiibo Rewards are a mixed bunch, from basic equipment to really cool features like Wolf Link or items and armour from classic Zelda games. The 8-bit Link Amiibo can drop the sword from Zelda 1 as well as the classic Link outfit, which hides a little secret. On the set's trousers, which are only visible without the tunic, there's a little Octorok sprite from Zelda 1. With the divine beasts at their backs, the people of Hyrule a century ago would have felt invincible, even against the might of Calamity Ganon. They were piloted by the kingdom's 4 greatest warriors, and were each war machines of unimaginable scale manned by a single pilot. But Ganon was cunning. With his Malice, he poisoned each divine beast, sending forth blights to take control of the engines and to kill their champions. And one by one, the divine beasts fell. A century later, Link explores these corrupted machines, working to free them from Malice. And there's a heartbreaking secret. In the music of each of the divine beasts, we can hear a repeating set of beeps. This is Morse code, each spelling out the same thing: 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots, SOS. The last transmission from each divine beast still echoes out, the unanswered calls for help. This is present at different times in the music from all the divine beasts. There's often Morse code in one audio channel that doesn't translate to anything, so it's often hard to make it out, but in the music for every divine beast, we can hear the frantic SOS signal sent out by each champion the night they died. Thanks for watching this video. Did you know about all of these secrets and trivia? What are your favourite obscure Zelda facts? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, leave a like or subscribe if you haven't already for more Zelda content. Cheers guys, and I'll see you next time.